Welcome to episode 359 of the official Gamestitch Podcast. I'm Ryan Walton, and as always, I'm joined by Dan Reamer.
Happy Cyber Sunday/Monday.
Yeah, the Cyber Weekend.
Deals have been going on for 3 weeks now.
It's pretty annoying how they're doing it.
What, Cyber Monday or all of it?
All of it.
I kind of disagree.
The pre-Black Friday, the pre-Black Friday, the Black Friday weekend. Now it's the Cyber Monday weekend.
I got some good deals pre-Black Friday sales, so...
But stop with the names. Let's just make it a sale.
I can't complain too much.
Just make it a sale. Make it a sale that lasts a week.
Well, they were calling them pre-Black Friday sales, so I'm using their term for it, dude. Don't get mad at me.
There's a pre-pre. I saw a pre-pre out there.
Pre. I did say pre.
I have an email that says pre Black Friday with like a thumbs up emoji.
Right.
No.
I got some good deals though, so I can't complain.
Could have got the same deals, and it could have just been sales week.
Yeah, but then I couldn't have got them. Well, I mean that's true, but that's not how they did it. So I got pre Black Friday deals.
Black Friday and Cyber Monday as a naming convention. They got to go.
As a name?
Yep.
Now it's got to be like Black November.
Whatever. It's not Black Friday and it's not Cyber Monday anymore. Because as we spoke about before we started recording, we woke up to emails that said Cyber Monday starts now.
But today's Sunday.
Clearly Sunday, yeah.
Clearly
it's Sunday. So I don't like it. I don't like the naming. I like the sales, I guess. I don't like the naming.
I mean, I do like the sales, but the problem with the sales this year is like all the doorbusters is stuff that wasn't for me. So I wasn't like in a hurry to like get out there and get shopping and partake in these great deals. I mean, I did a little bit, but you know, I didn't get up early. I didn't go out until like noon on Black Friday because I didn't care about the doorbusters, and they had a few things that my wife wanted, and we basically did most of our Christmas shopping is what we did.
Yeah.
But I just wasn't super excited, I guess, about a lot of the deals this year.
Gerald's got an article pulled up from CNN Business that says Black Friday pulls in a record $7.4 billion in online sales.
I think a lot of people did do online shopping this year. I know I did some.
Yeah, I mean everything I wanted for Black Friday, I jumped online and ordered.
Right.
Because they had the same deals, and I think everyone, for the most part, had free shipping.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it.
Did you pick up any cool goodies?
Not really. I got some smart home stuff that I know people love hearing about. I scooped up some games. It's a video game-centric podcast. Probably a smart place to talk about it. I got Civilization for the Switch. I got Days Gone for the PS4. Picked up Farming Simulator, the Platinum Edition for the PS4, which we'll talk about later. And I got Assassin's Creed Odyssey for the PS4.
Oh, you did pick up Odyssey.
Yeah, all four of those together were, I think, like $50 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Right at $50. Farming Simulator I bought separate. What did I buy with GameStop? Oh, Anthem was the other game I bought. So, Farming Simulator I ordered from Best Buy. They had it for $29 for the Platinum Edition, which comes with the DLC. And I think that's pretty much it. 5 games total.
Yeah. I picked up some games as well. I picked up Days Gone as well. I said I wasn't going to at 20, and it turned out I lied to everybody. So, sorry, not sorry. I picked up Anthem from Amazon for $5. And didn't I get another game? I picked up Car Mechanic Simulator for the Switch was on sale for like $1.49. And I didn't spend any money on that because I had points. So
I actually bought that too.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. I'm not going to mess with it now, but I wanted to have it for later on down the road.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I have it on the PS4, but I think that's a perfect game to step into for the Switch.
Yeah,
I'm ready for that one. That Days Gone is on sale for $60.
Good old.
Oh, is that $100?
That's the collector's edition.
No, yeah, it says $59.99, right?
Yeah, I checked it whenever I bought mine because it had it as an option. That's still too steep for me.
And you decided you didn't need it at that price?
Yeah, I don't need what's his name? John St. Pierre or whatever his name is there.
Stinking St. John.
Yeah. Whatever porn ass name that he has.
Yeah. Oh, I did pick up that purple controller.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good looking controller. I don't need it, but I wanted it.
I almost picked up the pink one too, because why not? But then I didn't. And I picked up John Wick on 4K for $7.
It's a good deal.
I am super excited to pop that bitch into the 4K player and go. Get some pizza, sit down. That might
Producer
be
Gerald in the house too. Forgot to announce that earlier.
You did. Good job, leader.
I mean, you usually do that part. You looked right over and you got excited about Black Friday week.
I don't usually do that part. I did that part like once because you forgot.
You got excited about Black Friday week, month long.
I got excited about the block party. You're right.
Yeah, the block party. Who doesn't like a good block party? He's here. He didn't buy any games for Black Friday.
No.
So there's nothing to report on that. We didn't miss anything yet.
No, he did not.
Nope. You gotta spend some money. You know, it's time of the year.
Yeah, I don't think he did though.
People have loose wallets.
Now, what we don't know is if he did get anything else that wasn't video game related for Black Friday.
I'm going no.
You're going no?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know this, or is it your guess?
I feel comfortable saying he didn't.
Hmm.
Why are you typing instead of talking?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he just told us he got something. Jesus.
Oh, yeah. Whoops.
4 minutes ago, he told us that he bought something.
He did. Yep.
Forgot about that. That's on us. He did do a little Lego
that
shopping.
one's our fault. That thing looks sweet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's the 89 Batmobile, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Lego?
That thing's super cool.
Yeah, it is.
Super expensive for me.
Yeah, a little steep for me, too.
But super cool. He spent a whopping amount on Black Friday,
wow.
So he did a lot of shopping.
Wow. All for you, or did you do some Christmas shopping?
I feel comfortable saying he spent more than you and I combined.
Oh, without a doubt. Oh, my God. It was all for him.
Good. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we work. You gotta take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta take care of number one.
Numero uno.
I don't mean go pee either.
Well, sometimes going number one is part of taking care of number one.
I guess sometimes.
It's important to note.
And a lot of times you can combination 1 and 2 together.
Sometimes, yeah.
That's an option.
Look at that Horizon Zero Dawn one.
I have that.
You have the statue, right? Not the.
No, I have the collector's edition. I believed in that game.
Did you get the collector's edition?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep. I believed in it before it was popular.
That has nothing to do.
And then quit playing it once everybody loved it.
Has nothing to do with believing in a game.
Nobody thought it was going to be any good because Guerrilla makes Killzone.
That's not true.
I showed my support.
I was super excited for it. I picked it up on day one, and I played through it, and you didn't.
Well, yeah, because everybody was loving it, so I had to hipster out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I had to check out.
You sure did.
I loved it before it was mainstream. Once
Just stop.
Once everybody jumped on, I just put my fedora on and left.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what the whole show's about.
What?
Things that we found before other people, and then we had to quit once the world found it. I like how he types in hipster and everybody has some form of layers on, and most of them appear to be flannel.
Oh, yeah. And beards. A lot of beards.
Yeah, I can't knock that, though.
Because you have one?
Look at that man bun. Look at that dude in blue. He's like mustache, beard, man bun. Would you do a man bun if you were younger?
Nope. Sure wouldn't.
Hard no. Hard no.
I have never grown my hair long in my... Well, take that back. When I was 14, I tried. I've done bangs before, but I've never done like long hair in the back.
I could see Gerald doing a man bun.
I could too.
Because Gerald's got luscious hair. He's got a lot of hair.
Looking like a samurai.
Yeah. It looks good on the right people. I'm not the right people.
Yeah, you have to have a very specific, like,
That face right there.
Yeah. Yeah,
That beard looks fake as shit, though.
Which one?
That dude, the one he's got blown up, that beard looks like he's stuck in... Looks like he bought one of those beards at the costume store. That's a weak-ass beard. I don't know. I don't know about that look. The guy has suspenders on. When's the last time you wore suspenders?
High school. Because I was
probably a kid.
When I was in high school, there was a period there where they were cool.
Look at that guy. He's chiseled his beard to look like a jawline. Look at that.
That guy, yeah, it looks good.
His beard could take a shot.
That dude's beard looks good right there.
Yeah, it's kind of sloppy up top, but man, that bottom line is smooth. I like that guy. That guy is not a hipster right there.
You don't think so? No, I wouldn't say that.
That guy's a piece of shit. That's what I would say. If this is
the guy
your first
who blow
time
dries
here,
his beard?
Welcome. Yeah, that dude, his silky smooth beard pissed me off. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the jungle.
Oh, snap.
Welcome.
That's horrible.
To the Thunderdome.
Welcome to Thunderdome.
Welcome. I can't think of any more. Welcome back, Cotter.
Yep, that works.
Trying to think of welcomes. I lost my iPad again. Okay.
Why do you keep losing your iPad?
Because it's acting funny, so I keep setting it down. It's time for an update. I'm still using like Gen 2 iPad.
Got a bunch of welcomes here.
Yeah.
Welcome. Welcome home. Welcome back. Welcome to Christmas.
Man, Hallmark is hot right now. Hallmark and Lifetime.
Yep. Netflix, welcome to New York. Welcome to the Punch. That's one too. Distracted. I think Welcome to the Punch is one.
Never heard of it. Welcome to the show, episode 359. I'm tired this morning.
Okay, are you sure it's 59? Isn't it 58?
No, it's 59. I have the iPad open.
Oh yeah, you're right. I see it right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I slept too hard because I didn't get enough sleep, so I was out hard. Woke up this morning, having a hard time getting the engine running.
So, did you drink some caffeine or anything?
Oh, I don't really partake in caffeine unless I'm out somewhere picking up lunch. I don't drink any caffeine at home or anything like that.
No?
No, I'm living my best life. So,
best life ever.
Yeah. Isn't it annoying when someone says that? You're like, how are you doing? Like, living my best life. You're like, no, you're not. Because you're talking to me.
Right.
Your best life ever would be like hanging out in a mansion with your pet tiger or something.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be here right now with me.
Right, hanging out, playing video games on the big screen TV, hanging out with your fucking, watching two kangaroos box, whatever.
Shit. Kangaroo boxing. It's not immediately what my brain goes to. Now we know what you're into. Gerald's got a bottle of butter soda pulled up. It actually has a stick of butter on it.
Is that soda pop made out of butter?
I assume it's soda with butter, artificial butter flavoring. You ever had a popcorn butter jelly bean? They're gross to me.
Oh, yeah, they're very buttery. I have, yeah.
They're gross.
Those are Jelly Bellies, right?
Mm-hmm. Bacon soda, peanut butter and jelly soda, ranch soda, which I heard is a thing, sweet corn soda, pumpkin pie soda, and buffalo wing soda. Unlike just kicking back with the boys and slamming some buffalo wing soda.
Geesh, I don't think that's necessary. Oof.
If you want to support the show, head over to patreon.com/Gamestitch and support us at any tier you can afford over there. If you're broke as shit, don't worry about it. Just keep listening. Just keep listening. That's like Nemo, but it doesn't rhyme or flow.
Yep, that's you.
Just like it.
Musical superstar.
Yep. That's what we do here. It's the kind of entertainment we provide. It's a grass soda. Grass soda. Gross. Yeah, so it's the show. We're doing a show. It's about video games, it's about other stuff, it's about whatever. I'm tired. Again, I want to make that clear. In case
yes, you made it clear
the
that
flow's
you're tired.
a little sketchy, 15 minutes in.
What was?
The flow. We haven't flowed. Not flow from Progressive.
Flow.
We haven't. Our flow. The show flow.
We haven't been fluent.
All right, with the show flow.
Is that what you're saying?
Well, I like the way I'm saying it, but it's the same idea.
The show flow?
The show flow.
The flow of the show. Yo, yo.
Look, now we both had a musical part in this episode. This is our musical.
This is our musical episode.
Yeah, we finally did it. 359 episodes and we got to the musical. It's when you know a show's running out of ideas when the musical happens.
No, that's not
what
true.
What if they sang? That's what happens around a table of people. The flow show is a thing. You think that's about urination?
I don't know.
Or like plumbing?
Producer Gerald, what is it? I don't know. It does look like pipes, doesn't it? I bet it's plumbing.
Yeah. Man, a plumbing podcast sounds good right now. Oh, no, it's not at all about that.
That is a circus. Circus
flow
and
arts.
dance.
It's a flow art showcase. That's somebody's toes getting did.
Huh. Interesting.
I don't know. We gotta move on. It's been a sketchy 18 minutes. If we have any chance to save it, we gotta get to the chopper now.
Get to the chopper.
I think we'll just jump into the news because there's some news and maybe some conversation around it to be had.
What about anything you played? Are we doing that?
Did
you play anything new?
No, still Luigi's Mansion, still Rocket League, still Farm Together. Nothing at all new.
All right.
Still Guild, still the same shit. You didn't play anything new either, did you?
No.
Look at that baby. Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper. Nope. Right now, I'm just big into the Star Wars, so.
So let's talk free games for December.
Go for it.
2019. Starting with the PlayStation side. We have Titanfall 2 and Monster Energy Supercross.
And that is it.
You have thoughts?
Yeah. What? This is not good.
I'm sure people like Titanfall.
I'm sure people like Titanfall 2 years ago.
And Monster Energy Supercross is fine, except for maybe give me the new one.
Yeah. Because I know that bitch didn't sell out.
Which has also been out for a bit. So
yeah. And in comparison, we've got Xbox One Games with Gold revealed their lineup. The final station comes from November 16th to December 15th on the Xbox One. Insane Robots from the 1st to the 31st of December, also on the Xbox One. Jurassic World Evolution, December 16th to January 15th on the Xbox One. Toy Story 2, December 1st to the 15th for the 360. And Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate HD from December 16th to the 31st, which is also on the 360. That is a much better lineup, in my opinion, than what PlayStation has to offer this month.
I'm of two minds. To me, if you remove Jurassic World, that list is just as bad. For me, the real saving game there is the Jurassic World Evolution because it's spectacular.
Yeah, and it's relatively new. It's definitely newer than Titanfall 2 or Monster Energy Supercross.
But I also think that list was pretty shitty.
Not phenomenal. The final station I've actually heard is pretty good.
Yeah, but that's a cheap game.
It is a cheap game. Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate is good for the Xbox 360, but it's also fucking
600 years old.
Yeah. So,
yeah, that game is super old.
Yeah, is it starting to feel like we're not quite getting our game fill for this stuff?
I don't know. It seems like Sony has gone to where, hey, we want to give away a big AAA title to compensate that we took those other games away. Microsoft's still trying to kill you with numbers. Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody's doing a particularly good job, but also it's a crowded time right now with games too, so I don't think they want to distract from that.
That's true too. That's true as well.
I'm sure a lot goes into the thought process on what to offer and when. We have the easy part of just getting on here and shitting on it. So I like our job better.
Yeah. It pays a lot less though.
Months and months and months of hard work, and we get on here and go, that's a bad lineup. And then we move on.
Yeah, it's been. I mean, there was a time though when you would get like some really good games, and I just haven't seen that the last 3-4 months. Where
I couldn't tell you the last time I downloaded something.
You can tell me, or you can't.
I can't.
Yeah, I can't either. I know I've got stuff saved in my library, but
I mean, I save everything in my library, but I couldn't tell you the last time I actually downloaded a PlayStation Plus game.
yeah, me either.
Or Games of Gold, same thing. I don't get anything there either. I don't even have gold, so that would probably be the reason there.
Right. That's we won't.
That shit's expired. What is this? Silver Games. I don't know what this is. It's like a spam website you got pulled up. Shit games.
Oh, shit games. Games that deal with shit in some way.
Yep, shit games is what the category is.
Got it. I see what you did there. That was a pretty good pun there, Producer Joe. I like that.
Let's move on.
Well done.
Let's move on. I didn't like it. Let's move on.
I did. Fuck you.
I saw that poop emoji in 4 of those games. That pissed me off. Draw your own poop, people.
Though the one was rainbow colored, though.
It doesn't matter. It's the same. It's the same. Form factor is the same. That soft serve poop is like how people like to show poop now.
Yes.
It's usually not what it looks like.
I just sometimes, I guess. But it's supposed to be like typically that's like the dog turd.
Yeah.
Mindset is what that looks like.
I don't think that was initially poop, I think is what Apple said also.
What was it initially?
I think it was supposed to be ice cream. It's like nobody there. It was like, hey, that looks like dog shit too, though. I think I read that somewhere that it wasn't initially a poop emoji, but they just ran with it because everybody's like,
it's a poop emoji.
Definitely a poop emoji, right?
Fair enough.
It was a soft serve swirl. I thought I read that. Yeah. Huh. But then people were like, nope, definitely poop, though.
Nope, that's poop.
It's poop with a face. Google Stadia, you ever heard of it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, they're giving away more games.
Mm-hmm.
Google Stadia has not been out for very long, but it's already given out extra games added to the $10 monthly Stadia Pro subscription that all owners of the Founders Edition have. Starting December 1st, Google Stadia Pro will come with 2 more games. And those are Farming Simulator Platinum Edition, as well as Tomb Raider, the Definitive Edition.
That's Farming Simulator 19, correct?
Yeah. It's the only one on Stadia. It's a $60 game, according to Stadia. Tomb Raider is a $10 game, according to Stadia. So it's a $70 value. Now, here's what no one knows.
Okay.
Are they doing this because this is how regular games are going to become free? Or are they doing this because they're worried? And I don't know the answer. We can let another week go by and see if we get even more free games announced, and then maybe we can know that it's a pretty regular thing for Pro members.
Well, with the if you're a Pro member, aren't they supposed to be essentially giving some games free for that month anyway, kind of like PlayStation and Xbox do?
But they haven't released a schedule. They don't know if it's going to be once a month. That people don't know what to expect as far as the free games. They don't know if you get to keep them or if they go away and rotate in like a Game Pass situation.
Gotcha. Especially with this lineup. I mean, you got 22 games. So basically after 2 months, you're like at a third of your actual library.
Now, fear not if you already purchased these 2 games. They are going to refund anyone who purchased them. I do understand, though, that you do have to request a refund.
Yeah, they're not just giving it to you. You have to ask for it.
Now, here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
I purchased Farming Simulator. Said at the top of the show. Now they're giving it to me. Same one I bought. Part of me wants to just return the PS4 one to Best Buy and play on Stadia because I don't care where I play it. That game is the same for me.
Right.
But I don't know if I get to keep it or not. You know, I don't want to play 40 hours on the Stadia just to wake up and realize that.
And then it turns out you have to buy it come January 1st.
If I keep playing it, and now I've got this time and save file invested. So a lot of questions, still not a lot of answers. I don't know. Like I said, we'll have to wait a couple weeks and see if there are more games coming throughout the month to know if this is just how they're going to do it or if this is a knee-jerk reaction to maybe the way that the reception has gone so far. Now, I will say, this article I pulled is clickbaity as fuck, and I don't like it.
Why do you say that?
Read the title for me there. Just
Google
read it to the
Stadia
listeners.
adds 2 extra launch titles to the Stadia Pro range, issues refunds.
So that sounds like sky is falling, that title.
It does. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that.
They're giving 2 more games away. They're issuing refunds. It's like they're issuing refunds on the 2 fucking games, asshole. So what you said is true, but it's the way you said it. I don't like it.
That's fair.
Clickbaity stuff.
Yeah, it may be a response to how it's been received so far. But again, I think Google's got to be careful too. They can't give away the farm and try to hold on to the pasture. It's essentially still in a beta status.
Yeah, I don't think we have enough. I don't know.
I realize that the people have a hard time understanding that they paid for it, but Google is well aware of it.
Yeah,
so
I don't know that it's a panic.
I think Google's got to be careful about what they're willing to offer in this, founders.
But this just could be a normal. Maybe that's how they're just going to do their pro games.
It could be. We don't. But again, I think they need to be clear about that.
Maybe they're going to roll out a couple a week for the whole month. I don't know how they're going to do it. Microsoft could easily roll out 1 a week for a month.
Yeah, no doubt.
Sony used to be able to, so I don't know, but I saw lots of headlines that sounded like this. The Stadia already issuing refunds. I'm like,
that's not what's happening.
Yes, but no. Like they are, but not how you intended for me to interpret that.
Right.
Son of a bitch.
Well, that's the thing is it almost feels like, and it's sad, but it almost feels like there are a number of like journalists or media outlets that want it to fail.
I think I'm starting to think that media is having a hard time with just cloud gaming.
Yeah. Because
I listened to 2 shows this week that absolutely just ripped apart xCloud too.
Yeah, because it's like they don't understand exactly what it is and what it offers. Which I kind of get.
It looks like Stadia's standard refund policy is you can request a refund within 14 days of your purchase if there were less of 2 hours played at a time across all accounts, family and personal. I don't think that's the case for these 2 games, though.
No, I don't either.
I think they're doing it for everybody.
You just have to request the refund for it.
But that's interesting. I didn't know that right there.
Oh, their refund policy?
Yeah, I didn't realize I could play for 2 hours.
Minute 59 or hour 59. I would err on the side of caution.
I would do an hour and a half. I would set the echo timer. When it goes off, I would jerk the power cord out of the Stadia.
Do you think that gives you enough time to determine if you like a game or not?
Yeah, I think so. I can't stand when somebody's like, well, after 10 hours, she really opens up and gets good. I hate that. That annoys me. Shouldn't have to play something for 10 hours for it to be good.
No, I agree with that. But I guess
Gerald,
it depends.
Have you popped the top on yours yet?
Yeah.
On the Stadia? He hadn't even opened it.
He hadn't even
opened the shipping
opened it.
box. Time to show some love and get that farming simulator.
I might give you exactly what you paid for it.
Dan's offering a break-even proposal. How'd you like to come out even?
No better, no worse.
The longer you wait, the less value that's going to have.
Yeah, because it looks like over time, from the way everybody's reporting on it and all the refund and stuff, pretty soon you'll be lucky to get $25 for it.
This is Dan's hard sell. I'm just going to narrate the pitch.
But hey, you do you.
It's reverse psychology is happening. I don't even want it. Don't even worry about it.
I'm only looking out for you, bro.
Yeah, I don't even want it. This next story is a little strange to me, but it ignited something that I appreciate and reminds me of old video game times.
Mm-hmm.
So, Xbox boss. I don't like that. Xbox boss.
Phil Spencer is his name.
He's also more than the Xbox boss.
Yes, it's true. But he has a name.
Microsoft boss. Well, I was going to get to it. It's written Xbox boss Phil Spencer. And I don't like it. Recently said that one of the reasons that Xbox Scarlet may not have VR support is because, and this is a quote, nobody's asking for VR, end quote.
Mm-hmm.
He also kind of went on to say that the VR market is progressively slowing, with none of the major VR platforms racing up the sales charts. Some remarked that Spencer's comments were dismissive, and that the wider VR community and now the longtime leader has commented again to clear his stance. So a lot of people in the community of VR are not a fan because it's a loud bunch, the VR.
Mm-hmm.
So a fan remarked on Twitter that Spencer was speaking dismissively about VR, suggesting it was a novelty. This person said Spencer might have been wiser to acknowledge the success of VR so far and leave the door open for Scarlet or for other Xbox platforms to support VR in the future, to which Spencer responded, fair feedback.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the part that I like, but I do like that response.
Well, you know what I like about that response? Is it doesn't mean I agree with you. It doesn't mean you change my mind. It just means, cool, you spoke your piece.
Yeah, that's a fair enough comment to make. I understand your position on that.
Mm-hmm.
He did add that he personally has played great VR games, noting that he got to try Half-Life Alyx over the summer before it was announced, but he still reiterated that VR will not be a focus of Microsoft's next generation console. I've said publicly, I love how our industry has pioneered all physics, 3D, RT, VR, AR, etc. For us, it's about focusing on innovations right now. I played some great VR games, but it's the same quote from earlier. In an earlier interview, Spencer said he had some issues with the VR as a platform, in which he thinks it's isolating. But here's the part where it gets off the rails, and I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere in here, he said, no one's asking for VR.
Right.
And this is the part I like. Shuhei Yoshida from Sony, who's been all but silent pretty much, jumps on Twitter and simply posts, not at Phil Spencer, not at Xbox Boss, just a tweet that says, we oftentimes make games that no one's asking for.
Right.
Which, here's why I like it. It's just a little back and forth between the two. I'm a little over the lovey-dovey. Xbox makes great games. PlayStation makes great games. Get fired up again. Throw some blows at each other. I don't want a full-on console war, but it's okay not to always respect the other guy.
That's fair.
Yeah. It's totally fine for say no one's asking for VR, and then it's totally fine for Sony to say they weren't asking for Spider-Man either, motherfucker. Right. You know, that's totally fine. I'm into that. I like a little back and forth. The last thing I want is for Phil Spencer to be like, you're right, my bad. Don't do that. It's perfect right now like it is.
Just leave it be.
Just a little drama. I don't want like your Sony or your Xbox. That stuff's gross to me.
Mm-hmm.
They're all great. But what I do like is a little back and forth between the companies.
Little
shots fired, you know?
Yeah. Little competitive banter.
Yeah. It warmed my heart to see Shuhei throwing rocks, you know? And it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't at Phil Spencer. It was just we oftentimes make games that no one's asking for.
Right.
You do what you want with that comment. Piece it together if you want. No one asking for Death Stranding, though, and a lot of people talking about it. Nobody asking for Spider-Man or Horizon or Days Gone. Certainly nobody asking for Concrete Genie. But, you know.
Well, I don't know that that's a fair representation either, because a VR set is different than a game.
I think it's just the idea that he said no one's asking for VR.
Right.
If people you only make the things people are asking for, you just make Call of Duties.
Right.
So, see what I did there? I generalized, and it sucks, huh? It's shitty. I just made all you guys only love Call of Duty. That's what Big Phil does, and I'm a Phil fan.
I don't like Call of Duty, so
yeah, I'm a Phil fan, but I think this comment was misplaced, and I think I don't like the response of, but I play VR. Okay, Phil. Sure. It's like no one's asking for VR, and people are like, "That's not fair." He's like, "I play VR." Okay.
Well, I think what he means is there are obviously people who have asked about VR, but I mean, all those arguments aren't really wrong. It's not really a top-selling, best-selling place to be right now. It's an innovation for your system, but it's, nobody's saying, oh, well, if you don't get VR, I'm not going to buy an Xbox, and you're screwed. And it is still kind of niche at this point.
I just think, he said in that interview that VR is not selling millions and millions. It's like, well, the PSVR sold 4 million. That is millions and millions. I don't understand the point of not leaving the door open. Throw an extra USB on Scarlet and never rule out the possibility that there could be a VR on your system.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. I get that about not making it seem like it's never going to happen.
Because I still think VR has a place, but I don't think VR is going to run a console. But why would you just say, we're not doing VR?
Because as of right now, they aren't. That's what that means.
Leave it open. Because now you can't shit on it in 2 years from now if it's all the rage. Be like, we changed our minds.
Oh, you absolutely can. I mean, the attention span is like 30 seconds. So
yeah, tell the last Xbox launch that. The attention span was pretty fucking good for that. As soon as you can't share games and you always have to be online, people don't forget.
Yeah, I definitely believe that he worded it wrong. I'm not certain that's what he meant. But people do that kind of crap all the time, and it doesn't matter. You say what you mean. You don't try to mean what you say.
I don't think it's a good rebuttal, though, that, well, I play VR, so I must not hate it. Like, okay, I don't.
Yeah, well, because that was never a question. Hating it or not liking it was never a question.
Right. But when people question him, he was like, hey, I like VRs.
What he thought of VR was never a question.
Right. Yeah.
It's irrelevant.
I would say that VR is isolating. I would also say that that's the goal. So,
without a doubt. Yeah.
I don't know if that's a fair criticism either. I don't want everything to be social. Sometimes I want to strap on, go into the virtual reality.
Right. And I don't think that's what he's saying. I do think it's a fair criticism. I think you're really going to see with Scarlett, I think you're really going to see him start pushing the social aspect of things a lot more than even they have in the past.
That's a future I'm not looking forward to.
Well,
I want to
that's what I
play
think.
Games with people when I want to, and I want to be left alone the rest of the time.
Right. I understand that.
And I need both experiences.
And I'm sure that'll be an option, but it's as far as the interface doesn't go, it's going to be geared toward that. You don't have to use it, but that's what it'll be geared toward, I think.
That article says 4.2 million.
4.2 million.
I would like to see, and I'm sure Sony will never give these numbers. That's a lot of headsets. It's more than all other headsets combined, to my understanding. Mm-hmm. The major competitors. I'm sure a lot of those junk ones get sold through Amazon and stuff. I would be interested to see how many people who have VR, PSVR, are still playing PSVR games.
I haven't played one in forever. Yeah,
I think so. You haven't played one in forever. Matt hasn't played one in forever. Howard hasn't played one in forever. Gerald plays fairly regularly. I try to play. I jumped in and played the Beat Saber stuff. They had a Rocket League pack. So I jumped in there and played the Panic at the Disco. I forgot to talk about at the top of the show. I breezed over what we played, but I did Platinum Farm Together.
You finally got it.
Finally got it, yeah. So, for whatever that's worth. I'm still playing it, though. They have an event going right now. I purchased some of the DLC for it that gives you different stuff to build, so. Still plugging away there.
If I Platinum in, I'd be done.
I thought I would be, but I do kind of enjoy it. But yeah, so I like VR. I would like to see a number on how many people. The 4 million's impressive, but I wonder how many people are still partaking in VR monthly. I think you don't even have to go through weekly, just monthly. How many people are still playing it?
Right.
That would maybe be a more telling number. And if you're worried about it, it's not going to be a part of Scarlet. It doesn't sound like, but it'll be a big part of PS5 and obviously a big part of Vive. You know, their what
PC
do they call
gaming going forward.
Yeah, Valve calls their new one the... Can you look up Valve's VR headset? I don't want to get it wrong.
They stopped selling a Steam controller, though. Valve did.
That thing looked like it sucked. This has got like a dumb name, too. I can't remember it. The Index.
The Index.
The Valve Index, yeah. It's a good-looking headset, dumb name. I really want the Oculus Quest. I'd like to have it so I could do the wireless VR.
That's a super expensive one, ain't it?
Yeah, it's like $400 and $500 is what it was on sale for. I like that Vader game. Apparently, is awesome.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, it comes with it.
Yeah.
So it's apparently really good. Also, it's worth noting here, it's not in the news, but Oculus just purchased Beat Games, which is the maker of Beat Saber. So I pray that they don't strand that game on Oculus. And they said that they're not going to, but that doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Vader Immortal is the full name of that game, so we don't talk about it like we're idiots. You check out that Vader game, bro? Look how good that looks. That's all you need for VR right there.
It does look good.
That's everything. The 2 controllers and the headset. You can just go out and play in traffic with that thing on.
Seems right.
Yeah. Kind of into it.
Yeah, you don't need any PC or anything. You just go.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I need my VR experience.
Do you think you would play more if that was the case?
Yeah, I do.
Do you? Yeah.
Because it's just strap on and go. It's not unhook this, plug that in, strap that in, make sure you're turn this button on, sync these controllers.
Yeah, me too. I mean, like, I love VR, and I still looked at the Quest and was like, I would play that more.
Yeah, I don't have a doubt in my mind that I would play it more.
I just grab it and go. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you literally, I mean, you put it on and probably click like 2 buttons on the controllers and you're up and running.
Yeah.
That's how I need my VR.
Yeah, I'm kind of into it.
That's how I need my VR.
It comes in 2 sizes, so I think it's a $400 and $500 model.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as power. They say it's on par with PSVR.
That's fine with me.
Yep, that's good enough for me too. Like, I really like the idea of it. I've been debating it really hard, but I'm like, I don't need it, but I don't need anything that I have. So there's that. Anyways, I like Phil Spencer. I like VR. This is I think I'll speak for him, and I think that he misspoke, and then I think that he kind of doubled down a little bit in his comments he made after, so I do think that he's just paving the way for there not to be any VR support on Xbox One, which is fine.
That's what I think too.
No Man's Sky, another update. Hello Games just refuses to let this game die.
Let it die. Nope.
And I super appreciate it. The synthesis update.
Synthesis.
Synthesis.
That's a hard word for you to say, huh?
Synthesis. It's going to add starship upgrades, multiple weapons, and much, much more. Update 2.2, which is called Synthesis, is geared towards tackling some of the game's potentially more frustrating elements, increasing storage and making a few actions easier to perform. This update will be available for PS4, PC, Xbox One versions of the game. So you'll now be able to salvage ships, first-person exocraft. So that was anyone who's played the game, when you jump in exocraft, it would automatically jump you back out to third person.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple weapons. You don't just have your one tool now. Ship upgrades, VR improvements, tri-base building parts, backpack refiner, plus nearly 300 tweaks and changes to the game that we love so much. And that's their write-up, not mine. Though I do love No Man's Sky. I just didn't want you to sound like a paid ad for a second. So
right.
300 tweaks plus what I talked about.
Yeah. A lot going on with Hello Games really taking care of this game.
The first major change is the new Starship outfitting terminals that you can find at space stations, which allow you to add inventory slots to your ship or upgrade its class with your nanites. You can also improve your favorite ship. That's a weird write-up, too. The terrain editing system has also been improved with better visual effects and new restore flatten modes, which allows you to give more control over how you shape the planets you land on. Another major change includes the ability to save custom outfits, allowing everyone to control the exocraft, and allowing everyone to control exocraft in first person, not just VR. Speaking of VR, the update has unified features between versions, so you can now use photo mode and ride creatures. I didn't even know you could ride creatures when playing the game in VR. No clue that you could ride the creatures.
You can now.
Yeah. No Man's Sky. Ever going to get back into that?
I always think about it, and then I don't. So, can I say that I want to? Yes.
Yeah.
Can I say that I will? Not with any degree of certainty.
I did jump in and do the VR, but there is a part of me that every time No Man's Sky is mentioned, I'm like, I want to play that.
Yeah, me too. The problem is if I go back and play it, I'm going to have to start over.
Yeah, you can do what a lot of people I see do. They just jump in, start a new save file, play the tutorial, and then exit out and go back to theirs. So that way you're not salvaging everything you've done. You know, I think the game is really cool now. I just wonder if the ship, pun intended, has sailed for me.
Right, I understand. Good pun, by the way. But
yeah, I was feeling it. It's a little more nautical, but I think it works, you know?
I think it, as far as a general pun goes, yes, I do think it still works.
Yeah, so there's that. How about a giant Chinese mega corporation buying another game studio? You want to hear some more about that? Okay.
Sure. Why don't you tell us about it?
Next story. Tencent buys a stake in another game studio. This time it's Sumo Digital. The big British game developer Sumo Digital is part of the Sumo Group. This is according to GI Biz. Tencent has acquired 15 million shares of the company, which has caused Sumo Group's share to fall to 17.38%. So Tencent now owns 9.96% of Sumo Digital as part of this deal. The terms of the investment were not discussed any further. However, there's a lot of people out there saying it's about a $30 million deal. If you're wondering what Sumo Digital has been up to, in the last 2 years alone, they've worked on Hitman 2, Forza Horizon 2, Sonic Team Racing, Crackdown 3, and it's currently working on Dead Island 2 as well as other projects. They are a giant studio that work on other games.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say the last game they made that I played was Little Big Planet 3.
Could be. I don't know.
I think they made that. I don't know. I can't see. It's tiny. It's tiny. Tencent, however, owns a little bit of everything.
Yeah, they have their hands in everything.
So they completely own or have controlling investments or interest in League of Legends Studio Riot Games, as well as Path of Exile creator Grinding Gears Games, and Clash of Clans developer Supercell. Tencent also has minority investment stakes in numerous of other companies, including Activision Blizzard, Ubisoft, Epic Games, Paradox, Funcom, Bluehole, Frontier Developments, and Glue Mobile. So they're balls deep, some might say.
Yeah, they are all in.
Bluehole is PUBG, for those that are wondering. That's what kicked off all the controversy between them and
right. Way
Fortnite with Epic and all that. Yeah. So Tencent's still out doing things. So people are of two minds of Tencent. People are like, they're doing something sneaky. And other people are like, they're keeping them from being bought up by other people by them buying them. So they're throwing off hostile takeovers. Like with Ubisoft, they actually helped out.
They did help out with Ubisoft.
By blocking.
Other than that, I would say it's just essentially business decisions.
Yeah.
I don't know that they're invested in saving somebody off the street or anything.
Yeah, it's a business move.
But it's business, and it's what, the 5th highest global brand value in the world?
Yeah, it looks like Wikipedia lists them as total assets is $723 billion as of 2018.
Yeah.
So they're getting by.
And they are involved in The only thing they involve themselves in is technology, which is genius because that allows... If you're invested in technology is constantly changing. That allows you to change as well. You know what I mean? Like if you're... I don't know, if you were a business who invested in, for example, big box stores, that's not a good investment. Because those aren't changing, those are going away. There's a difference. Technology doesn't go away, ever.
I like their name, too.
Tencent?
Yeah, so it's supposed to, I'm sure it means something over there, but to me, it reminds me of a dime.
Right,
like
me
10
too.
cent, and I like that. That giant skyscraper. I guess that's 10 cent HQ.
I would imagine so.
I was hoping to have a giant dime on top.
Maybe their American headquarters will. Just for you.
For sure. They don't have an American headquarters, I bet. But
if
they
were
got to put
to
one
get
in.
one. If
They're
they
going
were
to
to
hire
get
Reggie.
They might hire Reggie.
Yeah, he's going to run 10
might.
cent. Project Cars developer Slightly Mad Studios has been sold to Codemasters. This story's got a lot of layers. This story's like an onion. Because
there's a lot going on here, and I'm not sure that any of it's good.
So Project Cars developer Slightly Mad Studios has long time been rumored to be working on a Fast and Furious game.
Yes.
Now they've been sold to Codemasters, who arguably does racing better than anybody. So it seems like an okay fit because Project Cars does realistic racing maybe better than anybody. It seems like a fine fit on the surface. They have said they're still making the Hollywood blockbuster game, which people will still assume is Fast and Furious, so that shouldn't really mess that up any. But what's strange here is there's no mention of the Mad Box.
Right.
You remember the Mad Box.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it on multiple episodes, but Slightly Mad Studios had decided to make their own video game console, if you will. Even at one point offering free games for life for anyone who could help design the look of it that they decided to use.
Right.
There's no mention of that here. It doesn't say whether...
away?
Is it going away? Is it going to... I can't imagine that Codemasters would have any interest in putting out a console.
Right.
So it's interesting to see if you're going to get a proper announcement that says the Mad Box is dead, or it's not, or it'll just never be spoke of again.
Yeah, I mean, Codemasters can go one of two ways here. They can completely absorb them in Slightly Mad Studios into Codemasters and say, nope, now you're doing our shit now. Or they could leave them as their own separate entity, and if that happens, may give them the room to still work on the Mad Box. So right now we don't know. We don't know enough right now, I don't think.
Did I say on the Tencent that it was a $30 million deal?
Yeah.
So that's not true. That's for this story. This was allegedly a $30 million deal. There's no details on the Tencent one, I don't think.
Gotcha.
I got them all mixed up.
Misspoke.
Yeah, don't send in corrections, asshole. We know. We already know. We've been knowing that. I kind of put this one on here for you, and I don't even know how you feel about it. But I thought it was kind of cool.
The Codemasters one?
No, that story's done.
The next
We're finished
story.
with that story, yeah. But you like physical stuff. You've got shelves everywhere with stuff on them. You like books. And I thought this was a kind of a neat piece of gaming history. Oh, phone's gone. So there's been a game, or a book, excuse me, that was a pivotal piece of video game literature from back in the day that has been out of print for a long time, and a Kickstarter has been launched to bring it back.
Yes.
So video game book publisher Boss Fight Games is currently hosting a small Kickstarter campaign to resurrect an out-of-print book from 1976, about the book from the 1976 Atari arcade game Breakout. The book Pilgrim in the Micro World has long been considered an important formative text in game criticism and scholarship, and has been regarded by critics and scholars. But it's not been available for purchase outside of the secondhand market for a very long time until now. Pilgrim in the Micro World was written by David Sudnow, who worked as a pianist and a piano teacher throughout his life, eventually passing away in 2007. The book will be re-released as part of the Boss Fight Games imprint. and will be the 22nd book in the series. It's already made its Kickstarter goal. They were only asking for $1,000 at the time of this article. They're at almost $4,000. A $5 pledge will get you a digital copy. $15 will get you the physical book plus shipping, which is another $5. They have some stretch goals though. If they hit 2,500, which they've already done, anyone who gives $15 will also get a digital copy of Nintendo 64 games you will never play. If it hits $5,000, backers will get a copy of Continue with a question mark, or Continue the Fight. What is this?
Continue
the Fight.
Question mark. The Boss Fight Books Anthology.
Yeah, I don't know what that even means because it's just their name in there.
Right.
At $7,500, though, you'll get a digital copy of PlayStation video games you'll never play. The book will contain a new foreword from the series editor Gabe Durham and a fresh copy edit. Digital copies will be made available in December, while physical copies won't ship out till January 2020. It's kind of a neat little piece of gaming history.
It is. I don't know that it's...
So I thought for $20 you might set one on a shelf.
I mean, I don't know that it is cool, but I don't know that it's hard to explain.
You have no interest in reading it, I assume.
I don't, no.
Yeah.
It would be cool to have. But if you're someone that really wants to read that book, then you are also someone who wants to go on that hunt for that book.
Yeah, as a collector, that's obviously something that jumps out as like, cool, you're driving the value down.
Right.
But at the same time, it's a cool piece of little history that I think it's neat that they're putting on a shelf.
I agree with that, too. I mean, it's not a bad thing by any means, but it is, like you said, as a collector, it is going to drive down what that book represents. I have heard of this book. I did not realize there was a huge call for this book to be re-released, I guess, or to be found or whatever it is. So, but I mean, if it is, and I mean, then cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they're up to $45,000.
Holy shit.
So all those stretch goals, done.
Done.
Good for them. There's obviously people who are interested in this. And to be honest, it sounds like they were going to do it either way. They're only asking for $1,000. This was just to gauge interest would be my guess.
Yeah, I believe all the work on this book had already been done as far as the research and getting the rights and all that. I think the Kickstarter is just to cover the final print and production costs. So
yeah,
they've more than done that.
Yep. Now they don't even need to sell any. Shut the whole thing down again. That's it for the news.
That's it.
It was a weird week. A lot of deals. A lot of Cyber Monday deals. Hot deals.
It's Cyber Monday starts today.
I'll just tell you, they look a lot like the Black Friday and pre-Black Friday and pre-Black Friday deals.
They do. Very similar.
Very similar. Same deals, some might even say.
Some say the same deals that have been going on for the last... Some would say that the pre-PP... That the pre-pre and the pre-Black Friday and the Black Friday and the pre-Cyber Monday and the Cyber Monday sales, there was never actually a stop or start point.
Some might say that. Which is why we need the block party sale.
Yeah, the block party sale. There we go.
That I spoke about earlier.
Yes.
Oh, man. I'm sailed out. I want it to be over. Look, Gerald's he went to BestBuy.com and it says Cyber Monday starts now. Fucking Sunday. Asshole.
It says Cyber Monday deals start now.
But it doesn't even say like pre-Cyber Monday deals.
No, it's just, yeah.
Cyber Monday deals now. On Sunday?
I get it.
That's Cyber Sunday, which sounds better.
It does sound better.
Yes,
Cyber Sunday.
Cyber Sunday because it's a C, but could easily be an S if you were crafty, you know?
It's true.
If you wanted to be trendy and spell it different so that autocorrect fucks you every time you're trying to talk about it. Walmart still has Black Friday up top.
Black Friday drop everything.
Black Friday.
Black Friday.
Yeah, it's time to update that name a little bit.
Black Friday? That one?
Yeah, just Cyber Monday, Black Friday. Also, here's another thing that we need. I'm going to go ahead and say, can we stop saying HD? All TVs are HD. Can we stop? I don't want 10 years from now still be saying HD TVs.
Well, they are HD TVs.
Everything is HD. That's now standard, the definition. Because you can't buy a standard. They're all HD. So when it becomes the standard, it's no longer HD.
No, it's still HD, but it's just
Ultra HD. Well, that's all there is.
It's just a standard.
So you had to say HD because you could have a standard definition.
Yes.
It's all HD now, so stop. Stop with it. Stop with the Ultra HDs and the Mega HDs and the Super HDs.
What about 4K?
You could say 4K, but you don't need to say 4K HD.
Okay. Because, of course, 4K is HD.
That's how that works, right? And stop buying 8K TVs, too, because you're not even getting 4K.
Oh, and I'll tell you something else we need to stop calling the new 4K physical discs. We need to stop calling them 4K Blu-rays. We need another name for them.
Which is Blu-rays.
What's that?
Just Blu-rays. Everything needs to be 4K.
They're already Blu-rays, though.
Right, so move on. It doesn't need to be. Same thing with HD. Just
no, you can't do that, because if I asked somebody for the Blu-ray of this movie, they would get the Blu-ray. The one that says Blu-ray.
Will a 4K not work in a regular?
No.
It won't play?
No.
See, that's a problem.
But a Blu-ray will upscale in a 4K.
Yeah, but that's a problem. It should just work. It should be just one version, and it looks as good as it could look. PlayStation Pro, Xbox One X style.
It's never worked that way with movies.
You put it in a 4K, and it should just upscale it.
You know, a Blu-ray wouldn't work in a DVD.
Yeah, but it's the same disc is what I'm saying.
No, they're different discs.
Like, it's still a Blu-ray.
I guess they call it 4K Ultra HD.
Yeah, see, that's terrible.
Plus
Ultra
Blu-ray.
HD is not even okay.
I don't know. They need to come up with some name for it.
That's eventually going to be 8K fucking crazy HD.
Because I feel stupid calling it my 4K player.
Why don't you just call it your Blu-ray player?
Because it's not a Blu-ray
player.
player.
You got to flex so fucking hard. People have to know it's a 4K
Blu-ray
one.
player, and it's different.
You have to flex so
you
hard.
Don't care because you don't like movies. It
You're
matters.
just flexing. That's what you're upset about. Is
no,
you don't know how to flex
it's not.
it right.
No.
You're not comfortable to say Blu-ray player.
If I still have my Blu-ray player hooked up. So if
Right.
I tell somebody in my house throw the Blu-ray in, they're going to throw the fucking Blu-ray in, and I didn't want to watch the Blu-ray. I wanted to watch the fucking 4K.
Why aren't you putting it in?
Because I'm making dinner or whatever.
So I think that you have to do is you have to say put in the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray of this movie.
Right, and that's why
and I want to watch it on my 4K Ultra HD HDR
See, now
television.
we've come back full circle. We need to come up with a different name for that.
I'm just over all of it. Make everything work. Stop calling HD TVs HD. They're all fucking HD. Don't even think you can go buy 720 TV. And even then, that's HD compared to the 480 that we loved so much when we said standard def.
Okay.
Fucking hate it. The ad I looked through had a whole header up top that said HD TVs. Ultra HD Blu-ray. They're not called 4K. Yeah. Marketed as 4K. They're actually Ultra HDs. Do you feel better about that?
A little bit.
The UHD Blu-ray?
I like to keep that's what they should call it. UHD Ray.
They will never lose the Blu-ray, though, because that's the marketing. It's
true.
That's the brand.
They need to get the Blu-ray right out of there.
I don't know. Right. I don't want 16 formats of the same thing.
You don't like watching movies anyway, so...
Yeah, that's not the point. You don't have to like watching movies.
Completely the point. It's completely different for someone who's into it.
No.
Yeah.
You can't tell me they can't make a Blu-ray player that can, when you put it in, can determine what Blu-ray player you're watching it on and give you the best it can give you. They're doing it right now for video games, which are more complicated than movies. They could do that.
They're not more complicated than movies. They're more complicated to make, but it's all computer generated, so they can do that. Movies are not computer generated.
they could play the best. They could upscale that thing.
They're two totally, completely different mediums. It's not going to work the way you think it is. It can't.
It doesn't have to be that complicated. It's
not
not VHS to DVDs. It's the same thing.
It's not going to.
And
won't work.
It's just to get you to buy two things is all it is, which is fine. But then there's going to be another one, and then there's going to be another one. And then you're going to have to say, don't put it in the Blu-ray, don't put it in the 4K, but put it in the 8K Blu-ray player.
Right.
Knowing that all of it should just work.
And then I'll be complaining again.
Yeah, I don't. I'm all for things looking as good as they can look, but it doesn't have to be this complicated. But it does if you want to sell another player. So I get that, from all the companies that make Blu-ray players stance. It's a good move. But I think it's sloppy. Of course, if I sold Blu-ray players, I'd probably want there to be a 4.5K Blu-ray player.
Right. See? It's all about perspective.
Yeah, I guess. I feel about movies the way most people feel about video games. Like, I want the digital to get so good that that's just how people watch stuff.
Right, I know.
But I absolutely don't feel that way with video games, so I get that people don't with movies, but that's how I feel about movies. So, we'll see. 8K, don't buy 8K TV, folks.
No.
You're not getting anything in 8K.
No.
And upscale is not the same thing as true native.
Exactly.
Don't let anybody tell you the upscaling's as good.
Because it's not.
It's sure not. So do people make Blu-ray players that aren't Sony, right? They didn't do the Betamax thing.
Right.
You can get them that aren't
You can get
Sony.
a Panasonic Blu-ray player. Yeah.
I wonder, I'd be interested to see what that industry was doing too. How successful the Blu-ray players are. It's got to do pretty well. Like, my stepdad's not even a technology guy, and he has a Blu-ray player.
Right. Yeah.
Is that
well, now they're pretty standard.
I was going to say, what's the cost of a standard, like fucking... I went to
standard
Walmart and bought
Blu-ray
a Blu-ray
is
player.
You can probably get one for $30 if you want to get a better one. Yeah. If you want to get a better one, you can get it for like $60.
Yeah, that's pretty affordable. What's the standard price of like a 4K?
For one that sucks, you're lucky to get it for about $150.
They sell 8K already?
And I don't know that it's one that sucks. For one of the lower makes, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Your not off brands, but your lower tier brands.
Yeah. Hisense, Onu, those kinds of things.
People like those Hennessy TVs because they're cheap as shit. Keep seeing people talk about those Hennessy's or whatever they are.
Yeah, that's not the name.
I think that's what they're called. Pull up that Hennessy TV, Joe.
Nope, something different.
Pull up that Hennessy TV. It's like you get a 70-inch for like $200. It's not even a shady out the back door deal either. How about that Hennessy?
Yeah, it's like they'll probably be good one day because it's kind of like, remember when the Asus computers first came out? That's kind of what the Hisense is.
I guess. I don't think anything's bad.
Yeah, they got some good deals there.
Yeah, what is that? 65-inch for $429 at Walmart?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they're probably all the same. I feel about TVs like I do game consoles. There's like not really a bad one, except for maybe that Atari thing. But like, I mean, if you go get a core like Nintendo, PlayStation, yeah. If you get a PlayStation, an Xbox, or a Switch, like they're all good. There's no wrong answer. TVs are all pretty good, I think. On a wall at Best Buy, they all look pretty good to me.
Yeah, then it just depends on how into it you are, how intricate you want to get.
Yeah, I have one of those fucking UHD 4K HDR TVs that looks it's very similar to me as my TV that wasn't all that stuff. Yeah, Hennessy used to use, what'd you say? Sharp, and now they use Toshiba parts.
Yeah.
LG is local, so I say support them. They build out of the hometown, so I hope they do a tent sale.
Who's that? LG?
Yeah.
Yeah, they might.
I have an LG TV now, and I like it. And I would like to have a scratch and dent model, too, for the bedroom. All right, that's going to do it for us. Episode 3.
We got any shout-outs? Do we have any shout-outs?
I don't think we have any. Patreon.com/Gamestitch supports the $10 tier or higher, just like Thomas did, just like Zag did. You send us a shout-out, we'll read it for you. Sometimes I forget. That's why there's 2 hosts. So we don't have to, one of us can forget. It's fine. But I don't think either one of them sent us a shout out, so we'll have to assign shout outs. You could do Zach, I'll do Thomas.
I think they should both have the same one.
I feel like that's phoning it in too much.
Okay.
Let's give them 2 separate. The gentleman earned this.
That's fair.
So let's give them 2 shout outs. I'll do Thomas, you do Zach. I have nothing planned, so just give me a second.
Okay.
So I said last week I wanted to hear about the Stadia from Thomas. We didn't hear about it, so hopefully we'll get some feedback on that if it's a viable solution for him soon.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to see. We're going into the holidays. Thomas is going to remind everybody that gift giving is not about you, and don't be stingy if you can afford it. I'm not saying go stop the credit card debt too. Thomas is saying stop the credit card debt, but you shouldn't give to get to. You shouldn't give to receive. Not just at Christmas, at any time. Should be a good person.
That it?
No, that's it. Just don't be a shithead.
Don't be a shithead. Well, Zach just wants to hopes that everybody had a good Thanksgiving and had a good Black Friday and a good pre-Black Friday and a good pre-Black Friday. And he's hoping that your pre-Cyber Monday and your Cyber Monday and probably your Cyber Monday extended he hopes everybody gets all they wished and dreamed for those quote-unquote holidays. I'm
personally looking forward to the post-Black Friday sale.
Are you?
So, yeah, I'm excited to see how that goes. So we'll just have to wait it out. Yeah, I heard somebody in the store the other day. This is why I have that shout out. I heard somebody in the store saying that they spent $400 on somebody for their birthday, but they only spent $50 on them.
Ah.
I wanted to turn around and be like, hey, don't be a piece of shit. Either you shouldn't have spent $400 on them, or they were worth it whether you got anything or not.
Right.
You son of a bitch. But it didn't feel like the right time.
Right.
Or place to say that.
Right, you motherfucker.
Yeah, that's a gross thing to say.
That is gross. Yeah. I mean, I understand, like, if there's a bunch of people you buy for, maybe trying to stay around the same,
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being fair and consistent.
Right. But to be like, well, like, why did you spend that much for that person?
Yeah.
Like, does that person mean that to you?
Or did you do it thinking they would spend that on you?
Right.
Like, there are people I buy for that I don't care if they get me anything.
Right. Me too.
I buy for them because I enjoy doing that.
For them.
Yeah. I don't need anything in return.
Exactly.
I've reached the point in my life where I never thought I would reach, especially when I was younger, in that I would rather give something than get something. Like, I still like opening a gift and all that's fine.
Right.
But I would much rather buy something somebody else has always wanted. Now, I do think that holidays are a time to buy people stupid shit.
Yes, I do not buy something that someone needs.
No, they could do that with their own money.
Yes.
Buy them something they won't buy themselves because it's stupid.
That's the key right there. I'm with you 100% on that. And that's how I stand by all my Christmases.
But if you're like, I've got to have that toaster that you put the hot dogs in and the bun in, but I'm not going to buy it because it's dumb and I don't have an extra $40, that's a gift to buy somebody.
Exactly.
Because it's dumb. They're not going to feel good when they throw it away a week later. All those things. And they're not going to buy it for themselves.
If you're buying for young children, or just children in general, don't be that person that's like, oh, well, I'm not going to buy them this because they're not going to they're not going to take care of it and all the pieces are going to go missing anyway. That's the point of kids and holidays.
Or they won't use it very long. Don't decide that. They put it on the list. Buy it for them.
Right, exactly.
You hear me, parents? Dirt bike. It was on there every year. Every year.
And you never got it, huh?
No, I'm fucking grown. I've never been on a dirt bike. I don't even want one now. That's how long it's been. I don't even want one anymore.
That's fair.
Yeah. Put it on there for like 5 years straight. Sure wasn't zooming around the yard on anything other than a bicycle. And they always be like, you're not going to use it. It's loud. It's noisy. I'm like, it's not for you. All these complaints sounds like it's for you. Never got it. Yeah, buy people the shit that they want, not the shit that they need.
Yep.
And only stay within a dollar limit if it's agreed. Otherwise, buy them whatever you want.
Yep.
Now, I'm not saying big dick it. If you agree on 200, let's not one person spend 600. That's a dick move. Because you're like, well, I didn't do that because we set a limit at fucking 200.
Yeah.
And I'm a man of my word. So I spent $199 on the fucking We do Secret Santa, and there's always somebody that brings we have a $15 limit. There's always someone that brings like a $50 thing, and it pisses me off. They should be disqualified.
Yeah, they should, because they can't follow rules.
Right. You can take your gift home with you.
Right.
You don't get to play.
That's right.
All right, that's going to do it. It's enough. Thomas really had a lot of thoughts this week.
Yeah, I see that. Wow.
A lot to say about gift giving.
Thomas, you would have been thinking about this.
Yeah. We could probably just do a whole show on how to act in the holidays.
On the ethics of gift giving?
Yeah.
Or the ethics of holiday etiquette?
Yeah, holiday etiquette, I would say. Or, aka, don't be a shitty person.
Right.
Now, in fairness, the group that I heard over talking that, well, they were young kids. And when I say young, they were probably like in their 20s.
Okay.
And the comment was, I spent $400 on her and she spent $50 on me. And I wanted to be like, well, yeah, that's because you're an asshole, though.
Right, because you're a dick.
Right, so I get it.
That's irrelevant.
Good for her on the $400 gift, though. She sounds like a better person than you because she got you what she thought you would want, not something because it cost a certain amount.
Right.
Unless it was socks and underwear, in which case, fuck her, too.
Ooh.
I hate that, too. I'm not going to get them something fun when they need practical stuff.
Yeah, here's a fucking sweater.
Right.
Good. Get the fuck out of
here. Third bottle of laundry detergent. Thanks, Grandma. All right, that's it. You can find us on social medias at @game_stitch, at podcast Ryan, at Shirley Stan, at Hoffman Show. We're all there. We're all not active, and you can find us on there. You were trying to do better. You're trying to do better. Are you still trying to do better?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've posted some stuff.
You've been tweeting?
Just a touch.
Been kicking it with the kids online?
Probably. I don't know that I've been kicking it.
People
I've been trying to tweet a little more.
You get more socially active. You're the socially active one of the group.
Okay.
Gerald's also pretty socially active, though.
I would say Gerald's a socially active one.
We could all agree that I'm the least socially.
Yeah, that is a standard.
About 3 times since we've been doing this show for the last 27 years, I've tried really hard on social media, and it's lasted like 2 days.
Yeah.
Not built for it. I do. So, Gerald made a TikTok comment. I just watch. I just creep on TikTok. I don't even have an account. I just like to watch. There's something satisfying about a 15-second video when I have 3 minutes to kill. I'll just get on there and scroll through 5 videos and then I'm done. It's a good time suck. Just like Golf Blitz, still playing that. All right, that's going to do it for us. It's going to do it for the show. It's going to do it for November.
November's over. It's actually December today.
December 1st. So if you're a Stadia owner, I think at 9 Eastern yesterday, you should have been able to get your game. So you should definitely have them now. But you got to download them through your phone because that's how that works.
Yes.
Well, you don't download anything, but you have to access the rights to them through your phone or your computer or your Pixel. Anything but the TV, I think. I have a buddy code when your Chromecast starts working.
I might be able to use it.
Or you don't need your Chromecast. I mean, you can play on the computer now. You just have to play with keyboard.
Yeah. I'm not into it yet. No.
Yeah. I mean, I have that buddy code that I'm not going to do anything with. So it doesn't make sense for you to buy a controller and then use it because you're going to have to buy the controller. And at that point, you're invested. But if somebody wants to play through the browser, you or Gerald, Gerald's got a fucking Stadia, so he doesn't need it.
Right.
So really, if you decide later on you want to try it through the browser, let me know.
I'll let you know.
All right, it's going to do it for us till December.
Yes.
Even though it's December now. We're like 3 weeks from Christmas.
I know.
I've bought approximately 2 gifts.
I'm just about done with all my Christmas shopping.
Good for you. I'm fucking not even close. I wish I was where you are. I've done like 2 gifts. And we don't do a money thing. We try to keep a quantity thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like you buy 15, I buy 15, or you buy 2, I buy 2, you know.
Gotcha.
It's just so one person's not still opening gifts and everybody else is done. And I'm super behind, so just waiting for all these sales to get done so I can pay full price.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back next week, same time, same place. Good night.
Good night.